Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your critique from the weekend of the 17th and 18th, where the theme was shadows. It's brought to you by Adorama Picks. They're giving somebody free books, photo books, which are really cool. I'm taking some time off from skating in my loft, which I was doing just before I made this, just to get some exercise. So the theme was shadows, and these are your honorable mentions and critiques. So this shot didn't quite make it to the top 5, but I thought it was pretty good. I really liked the focus. I mean, it's interesting. I'm wondering if they cut this in two separate ways, or if this was really how it was taken. You've got the hand right here, and you've got the light right here in the background. It's a really cool shot. I am curious to see if this was added second, because based on where the light is and the amount of light on the hand, it's kind of weird that this wouldn't be really a lot darker. It'd be an interesting thing. So I'd be interested to hear about that. Oh, by the way, the new theme for those of you for those of you guys who are wondering is gifts. That's for December 24th and 25th, the weekend of. The theme is gifts. I think there are plenty of things that can be gifts, whether they're presents in general or a gift of a person, a gift of a friend, a flat out just something that you find is a gift. It could be anything from a toy to a person, a gift. So gift is the theme, so be sure to post those photos for your chance to win some Adorama Picks photo books. I picked this photo out not for an honorable mention, but for a critique. For a girl like this, I mean, I'd like to see more light in her face. I'd like to see brighter. It's just, and watch this type of thing right here. Her bra's showing or whatnot. I mean, just those are little things that you want to fix. You want to make sure that the clothes is on properly, as long as she's wearing some. And you just want to make sure that there aren't little distracting things like the bra in this case that's taking us away from the image. So look for things like that. And I think there needs to be more light on her face. Either bring the light that's over here more around to the front, but there needs to be a little bit more kicked back in on this side because she's got a very nice face. So it would be nice to see it more bright. The composition is right on, but that's what I'd like to see, is more light on the other side. This is an interesting photo, and I'll just say this, guys. Remember, if you're posting on Flickr, please make sure I can grab the image, because if I can't grab the image, I am not going to be able to use it most likely. But I like this image so much that I did a screen grab to use it. I thought this was cool. You've got the guy in the mist just pointing things out. The only thing that's distracting from this as a critique are the cars in the background. I wish, let me get out my frame. I wish that it was more of a frame cut around, you know, even here to here to here to here. Something that tight would be nice. It's an interesting shot. I do like it, and that's why it's right here, but that's the critique for that. This is very nice as well. It's really cool that it's a color image. I think it's a full-out color image, that the person is in a full-on silhouette with just the wine. I would assume that's white wine in the glass, because it's not red. Thus, it could be white. I think it's a nice shot. Nice job with the shadow. The person's in the shadow, drinking out of the glass. Really nice job. Honorable mention. There you go. 1 ring to rule them. I mean, 2 rings to rule them all. I just wanted to say that. That's why it's there. Squirrel! Wait a second. That's not a squirrel. That's a Marmaduke. That's a prairie dog. I don't know what the hell this thing is. Somebody tell me, it's not a ferret, is it? It's not a squirrel, though. I thought this was interesting. FroKnows Photo, very creative for the shadow of FroKnows Photo. I liked this. It was cool. It obviously printed something out. I like it. Nice job. It's just really a nice shot. Yeah, Pious Cat put this up there. They said they were driving through PA. I would assume that this is the Limerick power plant, nuclear power plant in Limerick, PA. I'm outside of that area, I think, the nuclear blast zone. Can all this freaking smoke be any good? Can it really? Can all these emissions coming out of the power plant really not be harmful to the environment? I mean, is it that hard? I mean, I don't have a problem with nuclear power. I mean, yeah, I do have a problem with it technically. It's not very clean because you've got to do something with the spent fuel rods, but Jesus, look at all the pollutants going into the air. Can't all be clean. I thought this was a cool shot as well. Really tight sky, really thick blacks, really thick whites, and just all around an interesting. It almost looks like it was shot with film. It really does. You know why this almost looks like it was shot with film? And I don't know if it was, because this right here looks like it's a chemical spot on the negative. Now, it could just be dust in the sky, but I thought it was an interesting shot. That's why I threw it up here. This one I had trouble wrapping my head around. Is this HDR? Is this not HDR? I think an HDR shot for this would look interesting. It's kind of funny. Those indoor shots always seem to look interesting with HDR. It was just kind of a curious shot for me. But that's why I put it here. This was interesting too. We got the shadow, we got the things on the wall, the shadows being created by the things on the wall, and I thought I would point it out. I'd like to see it be pumped up a little more, pump up those kicks, a little more black, a little more white, and I think I would like it. This is just off the wall. I don't have a problem with digital manipulation for these weekend photo themes, if that's what you feel you want to do. I don't think this is a real photo because of all of what's going on in here. I believe it said it was taken with a 16mm fisheye. No, a 10.5mm Nikon fisheye, which is the equivalent of a 16. It's a very interesting manipulation. If it's real, then it's amazing, but I'm pretty sure it's just a flat-out manipulation, I think. At least I think so. But I like it. I don't have a problem if that's what you guys want to submit for the weekend, because that's your interpretation of the weekend theme. But I wanted to point it out there. This was cool too. This was taken with an 11-16 Tokina. A couple things throw me off in this photo. One, if you look down by his foot, look at the distortion that they're getting out of the corner of that lens. That's not a good thing. Another thing is the road work ahead sign necessary? Is this an album cover for Road Work Ahead, or is this an album cover for this guy who's doing something up here with his face? If he's the main focus, I'm being taken away from the image with this road work thing. Make him more of the focus. Throw him in the middle. Get these big-ass buildings in the background. But unless the album's called Road Work Ahead, I wouldn't have that sign there. And then that brings us back to the beginning for the critique. So that is the critique for the weekend of the 17th and the 18th, where the theme was shadows. The new theme for the 24th and 25th is gifts. We all celebrate something different, or if we don't celebrate at all, we all think there are gifts out there somewhere. They don't have to be things that you give people. Think differently. Gifts could be the gift of love, the gift of whatever, you know what I'm saying. So that is it. That is your critique for the 17th and the 18th. Thank you to Adorama Picks for sponsoring these videos. And guys, have a nice holiday. If you are celebrating anything right now, have a nice holiday and have fun shooting gifts. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.